it's Nija. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about how to dissolve your scarcity consciousness, how to shift yourself out of your lack consciousness into abundance consciousness or an abundance mindset. I find that a lot of times when we're trying to manifest new things in our lives, we always have to deal with self-worth, feeling worthy of what we're asking for, and also it does highlight the subject of abundance. What is abundance, and is it really possible that abundance exists? So we're going to tackle that topic today. We are going to dissolve the contracts that you have made with scarcity and with lack, and I'm really excited about that. If this topic is of use and helpful to you, please make sure that you thumbs up this video so I know to make more content pertaining to this, and also it helps more people to find the video. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and let's get started. So I decided we're going to start this video with a little bit of a story time. Once upon a time, there was a guy who invited a girl out on a date. It was a dinner date, okay? So this guy and this girl go out on a dinner date, and this girl's poverty or lack mindset was triggered. Her scarcity mindset was triggered. Why was it triggered? Because the guy was eating the rolls, the free rolls that they, so graciously, so kindly give you at the beginning of your meal to keep you satisfied before your main entree comes to the table. Okay, so the guy and the girl are on their date, and the guy is eating heaps and heaps and heaps of the dinner bread that they had brought to the table. And the girl was triggered. She said, "Wow, I really like that bread, and you're eating it all extremely quickly. Can you eat the bread a little bit slower? We're running out of dinner rolls, and I really like these dinner rolls." Her scarcity mindset was highlighted on this date by the fact that she didn't want her date to eat up all the dinner rolls, the free dinner rolls that if they really wanted to, they could ask their waiter for another basket and another basket and another basket. If they wanted to, they could just sit there and eat free dinner rolls the entire meal, okay? She did not have to make the comment to her date, "Hey, do you mind not eating all the bread and dinner rolls? Do you mind not doing that?" This is problematic. All right, guys, I have to tell on myself. The girl who was triggered into her scarcity mindset was me. I was the girl on the date, triggered at my date for eating all the delicious bread rolls when we were receiving them free, complimentary, and our complete and entire meal that we had already ordered was still on its way. Has anybody been there? Okay, maybe, like girls love to eat, maybe I was just a little bit hungry that day, but I noticed that and I had to flip it real quick, and I was like, you know what, it's totally fine. We can always just ask the waiter for more bread, go ahead, do your thing, babe. So yeah, my scarcity or lack consciousness was triggered, and I noticed this about myself, and I was like, wow, I had no idea that I had that mindset of please don't eat all the free and complimentary dinner rolls, because my needs aren't gonna get met if you eat all the rolls. Needless to say, again, abundance was present in this scenario, because I could have just asked the waiter for more bread and more bread and more bread and more bread. This is how we tend to be sometimes. We are very cautious of the fact that we don't want resources to run out. Therefore, we can become very, nasty, particular, and whatever the case may be. We're talking about this today. I have my notes, so as always, this is what we're breaking down. How do you cure scarcity mindset? How do you cure your lack mindset or your lack consciousness? To dissolve your scarcity mindset, you have to acknowledge the abundance that is naturally present all around you. Okay, this is the key, the secret sauce to dissolving your lack or your scarcity mindset and amplifying your abundance consciousness or your abundance mindset. So here's the truth of the matter. Abundance exists. It's real. It's already here. There's nothing that you have to do to activate it. It just is, okay? It is a frequency. It is a vibration. It already exists naturally in nature. There is nothing that you have to do. You don't have to be good enough. You don't have to be worthy enough to receive abundance. All you have to do is acknowledge it, see it in your natural everyday day-to-day life, okay? This is how, again, you tune into the frequency of abundance. You don't just say, I'm abundant, I'm abundant, I'm abundant. No, open your eyes and view the abundance all around you. What do you see? In what ways are you naturally already abundant? This has nothing to do with just money. You can already get these things naturally, abundantly in nature, okay? So the number one way to dissolve your scarcity and your lack mindset or consciousness is to acknowledge the abundance that's naturally present all around, okay? So what does this look like? Showing gratitude and appreciation for the abundance of air and clean oxygen, showing abundance for fresh water to drink, showing abundance for food to eat, okay? Let me highlight this too, because nature always shows you in plain sight that abundance is a thing, okay? Everything that we need in life is already naturally given. If we need food, we never have to run out of food ever, 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 ever. Why? Well, we live on Earth, and on Earth, you take seeds, put them into the ground, grow trees, we get plant, we can harvest plants. There is an abundance of plants that, and vegetables and fruits and all of the good stuff that we could eat. So there is no lack of food, there's no lack of resources, there is no lack, okay? Lack is an illusion. It was a concept that was created probably around the time that they created the financial system or the money system as well, because it gave a way for us to put a cap or a limit on energy, okay? Abundance just means unlimited energy, unlimited potentiality, you know, an overflow. Think about a fountain. A fountain never runs out. It just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. That's what abundance is, and that is a natural component of our reality. Again, look at nature when you want to see something organically and clearly. If you take a seed and put it in the ground and plant a tree, that tree is going to produce hundreds and thousands pieces of fruit, or whatever, you know, whatever type of tree it is, okay? The resources are going to keep going and going and going, and from that fruit there are going to be more seedlings. The seedlings can go into the ground and produce more and more and more and more. This is nature. It is natural. Abundance is natural. It's a natural thing about life, okay? Again, humans have programmed themselves to believe in the illusion of lack, but there is no lack. There is only abundance, and the way to tap into abundance is to tune into that frequency. See the natural abundance that is occurring all around you on a consistent basis. Abundance already exists now, okay? Lack is the illusion. Everything we need is already given. The food, the water, the oxygen, the trees to build homes, everything is here. The land, it's all here, okay? There is no lack. Everything we need is here. Again, the problem is that humans think that they can own the resources that are abundantly given to everybody here on the planet. I'm wanting to share with you guys how to dissolve your scarcity mindset. This is how you do it, okay? So your scarcity mindset is a muscle that you have been flexing, typically because of your childhood, indoctrination, things like that. We have been taught and programmed to believe in lack, okay? So we've been exercising the muscle of lack, and that is why we can see it sometimes in our reality. We say, oh, my bank account's on E, I don't have the money for rent this month, I don't have what I need to buy some food, I can't, I need to buy some gas, I can't, you know. We are allowing ourselves to be aware of the illusion of lack. We are exercising that muscle of the illusion of lack. The way to flip it and turn it and go in the opposite direction is start flexing that muscle of abundance, okay? Start flexing that abundance mindset, abundance consciousness, okay? This is just a little side note I want to add into the video. Whenever you get the urge to go out and eat or treat yourself, buy yourself a new outfit or like a nice outfit, or just do something nice for yourself, and your scarcity mindset is triggered by saying, oh, we can't afford that, we can't do that, if I spend this money in this way, I'm not gonna have what I need, blah 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 blah. Or, you know, like whenever you are about to pay for something and you're in the line and you're like really really contemplating in your head, is it okay for me to buy this? Do I really need this right now? You know, this is a lot of money and I don't know, blah blah blah, but like in your heart you know you really love the item, you should just give it to yourself, because what you're doing is you're exercising that muscle that says, yes, I deserve this, I'm worthy of this, I know the money is going to come back to me, and this is the reality that I'm voting for. I'm voting for a reality where I can afford to take myself out to nice dinner dates, and I can afford to buy myself nice things to wear, and I can allow myself to live as beautifully and wonderfully as I want. And by robbing yourself of those experiences, you are saying to the universe, and energetically you're putting out the signal that you're unworthy of what you're asking for, and you don't believe that you deserve it. Therefore, energetically you feel remorseful about doing these things. We have to cut that out, okay? And this isn't the case for every single day, okay? Every day is not treat yourself day, okay? But if it's been a while since you've treated yourself, or this is just something natural and normal to you, like I used to get really triggered when I would go to the nail salon and it would just really rack up, and I'm like, dang, I just spent $50 on just a manicure, or dang, I just spent $100 on just getting my nails and my toes and my nails done. I used to feel really guilty, but I realized that feeling guilty was not serving me, and feeling guilty was keeping more money away from me. So whenever I was doing something that I knew was in alignment with my higher self, like taking myself out to get my nails done, or taking myself to the movies, or to buy a really nice brunch for myself, and I'd spend like what, $60, $70, $80 all by myself, and I'd be like, I can't justify this, why am I doing this? Because something in me knew I was worthy of receiving at that capacity. Therefore, I'm energetically aligning with it by allowing it to happen and by not feeling guilty about it, okay? So if you know there's something that you're being urged or called to do and you're feeling guilty about it, start exercising your this muscle of not feeling guilty anymore, or like fear the scarcity or lack come up. Soothe yourself through it, because you don't want to do it anyway and feel nasty about it, because again, energetically you're putting out the signal, I don't deserve this, this was wrong that I did this, right? So put yourself in alignment, still do it, and feel really good about the fact that you were able to treat yourself or love yourself or care for yourself in that way. And the universe is going to honor that by giving you more of those experiences, or the resources to even have more of those experiences, okay? Just wanted to throw that in there, because I know a lot of people are going to ask, like, it's not always treat yourself, you can't just treat yourself, what if you don't have the money to treat yourself, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, use common sense. If you can't do what you're trying to do 3 times in a row, like if you can't take yourself out to dinner, it costs $50. If you can't buy yourself that same dinner 3 times in a row, yeah, maybe this week you might want to stack up a little bit more money and do it next week, but never deprive yourself of the things that you want and the things you know you deserve. So again, if you want that nice outfit and you're like, dang, this is really expensive, I don't know if I should do this, you are voting for a world where this is natural and normal for you to do these incredible things by allowing yourself to do it and not feeling guilty about it, okay? You guys, I love you. Had to add that tip in there. What is abundance consciousness? Okay, abundance consciousness already exists, like we said, and all you need to do is be aware of it. Be aware of this natural program that happens in nature, okay? It already exists. We're not creating something new. We are tapping into a channel, a knowing that already exists. The way that we believe more and more in abundance and withdraw ourselves from the agreements that we've made with lack is to acknowledge, where does abundance lie in your current reality, okay? It could be in your friendships. It could be an abundance of free time, an abundance of, oh, I can buy whatever I want whenever I want. It can be, like you have to see the abundance in your life. Again, sometimes if you compare your life to, and we're not meant to compare our lives to people who are in worse circumstances, but it definitely can make you feel more grateful for your circumstances. Think about people in third world countries who are really suffering, who don't have the things that they need, okay? They are playing out that timeline to make those of us who are not in those predicaments more aware of how blessed we truly are. They chose and signed up for those timelines to exist in that way, to be to clear karmic paths or clear karmic energy, and also to show those of us who do not have to suffer in that way how blessed and how much we truly have to be grateful for. So you don't have to look down on people who are living in this way, but really it is a way to make you feel more grateful for your life, okay? Think about people who, you know, grew up without parents, or grew up in foster care, or, you know, grew up in really harsh and crappy situations. If that was not you, you have so much to be grateful for, okay? And if you did grow up in a crappy situation, you have so much to be grateful for now, because you're no longer in that situation, okay? So there's always a reason to be grateful. There's always a reason to activate that abundance consciousness. Another secret about dissolving the scarcity contracts and the scarcity mindset is you need to show more gratitude, okay? Gratitude is like, the more grateful you are, it's like we are magnets, right? So the more grateful you are, you're literally charging up your magnet, charging it, making yourself more magnetic to the things that you want. Why? Because law of attraction, like attracts like. If you are so over the moon grateful for everything that is in your reality currently, you're going to attract more of those incredible experiences. If your scarcity mindset or your lack mindset only allows you to amplify everything that's wrong in your reality, you will only attract more of that because of the law of attraction. So obviously we want to start to focus and zero in on the aspects of our lives that are filled with abundance, filled with so much joy, so much happiness, so much pleasure, to attract more of those things into our reality, okay? So again, you amplify your abundance mindset by showing gratitude for, again, what already exists naturally. Think of it as you're just flipping to find the right radio station of abundance. It already exists. It's already a thing. You don't have to create it. You are just turning your radio to that frequency and leaving it there, okay? Leaving it there, meaning that you're tuning into the vibration of abundance and you're leaving yourself there, okay? Anytime that you see yourself begin to slip back into scarcity, where you're wondering about your resources, wondering how you're going to take care of something, wondering how something is going to work out for you, turn the dial back to abundance. I have this video that I made called the I Win game. I will leave it in the description if I can remember, or in the cards. But essentially the I Win game is a way to raise your vibration. Whether you're already in a good vibration or you're in a low vibration, the I Win game essentially is you saying all the things that you win. Like, let's say, like, dang, I only have $10 left in my bank account, but I win because I have perfect health today. I win because I am beautiful. I win because I have friends and family who love me. I win because I have a way to make money. So you see how instead of focusing on the scarcity, we play the I Win game to bounce ourselves back in the other direction. Like, yeah, this particular aspect of my life right now might be struggling or having some issues, but that's okay, because I'm still victorious, because blah, 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 blah. And by focusing on the reasons why you win, or the reasons why you're so victorious, you are going to push that pendulum back in the direction of abundance, okay? Never stay in scarcity for long. Whenever it does show up, allow it to show up just so you know where your mindset is at, so that you can recalibrate in the opposite direction of abundance, okay? That is how we use our scarcity to our advantage, or our scarcity or lack mind to our advantage. It's only highlighting where we need more faith, where we need to acknowledge more abundance. You shift out of scarcity by acknowledging the unlimited abundance that is already present all around you. Now let's get a practical example, okay? So let's say, for example, you need the money to pay your rent, you need the money to pay your bills, you don't currently have it, you're freaking out, your scarcity mindset is starting to be reactivated, right? You're like, oh, I'm panicking, I'm scarcity, it's activating, right? So what you need to do then is you must change your perspective, okay? Everything works for your highest and greatest good. So when you again notice that scarcity muscle being flexed, remember that everything works for your highest and greatest good, okay? This is just the planets or your guides wanting you to find a new and creative way to make money, or a new and creative way to resolve any kind of situation that's going on in your life. And you would never be able to create a new outcome for yourself. You would never be able to create the answers for yourself if these problems never arrive. I will give you guys an example of this. Sorry, I am in my car. So once upon a time, little old Nija was a young adult and immature with her finances, and my car got repossessed, guys. And obviously my scarcity and poverty mindset was activated because I was unable to go anywhere. I didn't have a car. They took my car, okay? So this was actually the best thing that could have happened to me, because it actually caused me to flex my abundance muscle. Because I could have been like, dang, you know, they took my car, I feel defeated, now I have no car, I give up. Or I can flex my abundance muscles and say, okay, well, how much money do I need to get my car back, and what can I do, what can I create to get that money back? Needless to say, I did get my car back, and it caused me to create a business. This actually is when I started coaching. I had people in my emails asking me if I could coach them about, you know, like productivity things, creating and starting a channel, blah, blah, blah. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not qualified to help you with anything. I just got my car repossessed. But then the light bulb went off, and my guide said, no, you got your car repossessed so that you can flex your muscle and prove to yourself that you have what it takes to not only get it back, but to support yourself financially. Thus, a new business was created from that. I met lots of new clients. I talked to so many people. I made the money that I needed at the very last minute. I manifested the money that I needed. I got it through my business, actually. And I was able to get my car back. So do you see how a negative situation, like getting your car repossessed or even getting evicted from your house, or anything negative that could happen to you, it can cause you to spiral down further into your scarcity or poverty consciousness, or it can light a fire under your butt and say, okay, well, I'm the creator of my reality, I'm the magician of my universe, what can I do to change these circumstances? And so it actually worked out in my favor, and I ended up in better shape after it, you know, obviously having that ding on my credit report that my car got repossessed. But you know what, I was young, you live and you learn. But I did get my car back, and again, it turned out to be an incredible business opportunity. I made lots of money back, and it's a positive thing. It was a positive thing. So this is how we turn scarcity and lack consciousness and actually work it in our favor. So again, if you were never having financial issues, maybe you would never get off your butt and create that business or do whatever it is that you need to do. So notice, again, change your mindset. Whenever bad things or triggering things or scarcity consciousness triggering things happen in your reality, use it to your advantage. Use it, think of it as your angels, guides, and helpers, or the planetary alignments trying to get you to level up. Okay, it's highlighting the fact that your mindset, for whatever reason, or your belief, is supporting this reality of scarcity. How can you support a new reality? Okay, what needs to change in your head? What ideas do you need to act upon to give you a different outcome? Okay, this is what makes us alchemists. This is how we become the magician. This is how we take what we have attracted or what we've been given and turn it into what we want. You have to experience what you don't want to even know and be aware of what you do want. Again, changing the programming of your mind. If you know that you don't want to have only $10 in your bank account, you are experiencing that so that you can be aware of the fact that you desire more. And through desiring more, you are swinging the pendulum in the opposite direction. Now you are opening yourself up to the timeline where you do have more. You didn't know before that you even desired more until you experienced not having it. Okay, same goes for everything in your life. You don't know that you want good health until you get really sick and you're like, dang, maybe I should start taking care of my health, right? So abundance is always present in different aspects and areas of your life. It might not all be simultaneously popping off all at once, like, oh, my business is great, I have fantastic friendships, I love my house, I love it, you know, like, it doesn't always happen all at once. Sometimes you have a few good things that are happening in your life, and you have a few things that you want to work on. If you focus on the things that are working out in your life, the things that you want to work on naturally start gravitating into a more abundant or more higher state of consciousness, because you're not dragging it down by saying, oh, I'm worried about this, it's not going to happen, why is this working like this, blah, 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 blah. That is dragging you down. By focusing on what is working, okay, you're raising your consciousness in a higher and positive vibration. Now you are able to see your problems from a higher perspective and answer the questions, answer the problems, get the answers to your problems from a higher perspective or from a higher frame of consciousness. Okay, notice how when you're in a low state of consciousness, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills, I don't know, blah, 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 and you try to solve your problem from that place of scarcity and poverty, you are going to sacrifice. And sometimes sacrificing is not necessary because abundance exists, okay? Help is always given, okay? Your angels, guides, and helpers are always sending out messages, sending out someone to help you. Help comes in the form of a friend. Help comes in the form of knowledge or wisdom or downloads or anything like that. So you are never left to fend for yourself. Abundance is always present all around you. You just have to know how to zero in on it and be grateful for the abundance that is present so that you can amplify and attract more abundance. Remember, it is a muscle that you have to keep flexing. The more you view your life through the abundance lens, the more you are retracting your energy out of the lack or scarcity reality, okay? Again, this is how we vote. The more energy you are pumping into you and abundance and acknowledging and seeing the abundance, the more energy is being siphoned out of the lack matrix or paradigm. So eventually that paradigm is going to collapse because there will be no belief in it, okay? It will serve no purpose. We'll be so consciously aware that abundance is everywhere that we're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean there's lack? What do you mean there's scarcity? What do you mean I don't have enough? Of course I have enough. I always have enough, like abundance. What? You know, so again, this is how we are collapsing the lack paradigm and again amplifying the abundance paradigm. Here's the takeaway from this video. Believe in abundance more than scarcity. The more that you put your energy into the abundance matrix, you are again taking it out of the lack matrix, and eventually that is going to collapse. If your muscle is stronger in abundance than it is in scarcity, this muscle is going to win. You're going to start adapting mindsets that are only viewed through the lens of abundance, because that muscle is so much stronger than the muscle that you've been using to fuel your reality with lack or scarcity. That is enough to change your life. That is enough to change your reality. That is enough to cause the paradigm shift. All you have to do is believe in abundance and acknowledge the abundance every single day that is naturally present in your life. Okay, and that is how you dissolve your scarcity mindset, your lack mindset. Okay, this is how you make the shift into abundance. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you learned a little bit about how to dissolve your contracts with scarcity and lack, and how to amplify and build a relationship with abundance. Build that abundance muscle. Okay, flex it every single day, every opportunity you can get, and soon enough you will be experiencing a life full of abundance. You'll be experiencing heaven on earth. There will be no more lack illusion. Again, it only exists because we're feeding it with our beliefs. If we no longer believe in lack or scarcity, it will no longer be a part of our reality, which is kind of exciting. So the more people who know about abundance, the more these systems of lack, the illusion, will begin to crumble, and that's going to be so exciting to see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I love you so much. Please thumbs up the video if it was helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.